Well, I've been here for 15 years, and I feel that, what energizes me every day is that I get to wake up every morning knowing that, I can make a difference in somebody's life. I think Teletech has created that environment for me and that culture that's not just a poster on the wall. You feel and see people every day living the values, and as a woman, as a leader, you have an opportunity to serve. You have the tools available to you to be better at what you do each and every day, so you can be a channel to make somebody else successful. And I think that's a competitive advantage for us, that you can be exactly who you are, but you're also part of something bigger than yourself. And if that's not something that would make you stay in a company, then I don't know what else will. Reach for amazing at Teletech.
Welcome to the Polytechnic University of the Philippines, the country's first Polytechnic U. PUP is a state-run university governed by Republic Act 8292, known as the Higher Education Modernization Act of 1997, and its implementing rules and regulations contained in the Commission on Higher Education Memorandum Circular No. 4, Series of 1997. It is home to more than 70,000 students, making it the largest state university in the Philippines in terms of student population. It is the university's commitment to give qualified and talented students access to quality and responsive education to aid them in the achievement of their dreams and the improvement of their lives. True to its commitment of making education accessible to all, the university has strategically established campuses and branches all over Luzon. PUP boasts of its roster of 1,483 full-time and part-time faculty members and 707 administrative employees. The faculty and employees perform the collective goal of training, servicing, and supporting the university's stakeholders. From its humble beginnings in 1904, PUP was originally established as the Manila Business School, primarily for the training of personnel for government service and to provide skills needed for private employment. 4 years later, the Manila Business School was renamed Philippine School of Commerce, or PSC, and merged with the Philippine Normal School from 1933 to 1946. Through the virtue of Republic Act 778, PSC was renamed the Philippine College of Commerce, or PCC, in 1952. In April 1, 1978, PCC was converted into a chartered state university now known as the Polytechnic University of the Philippines by virtue of Presidential Decree Number 1341 issued by the President of the Republic of the Philippines. PUP truly has come a long way from a business school to a premier polytechnic university, the very first in the country. Every year, around 50,000 graduating high school students, mostly from economically challenged families, take the Polytechnic University of the Philippines College Entrance Test, or PUPSET, and hope to become one of the 10,000 who will be given a chance to be new PUPians. At present, the university offers more than 80 programs in the graduate and undergraduate levels, with its strategic direction of making the colleges vertically articulated. Graduate School, College of Accountancy and Finance, College of Arts and Letters, College of Architecture and Fine Arts, College of Business Administration, College of Communication, College of Computer and Information Sciences, College of Education, College of Engineering, College of Law, College of Political Science and Public Administration, College of Social Sciences and Development, College of Science, College of Tourism, Hospitality and Transportation Management, College of Human Kinetics, Institute of Technology. PUP further strengthens its open university system through expanded tertiary education equivalency and accreditation program and the non-traditional system program. It caters to borderless educational system that aims to reach many learners as possible. For more than a century of existence, countless outstanding achievements have raised PUP to the level of a national comprehensive university. With the vision to transform the university into an epistemic community, PUP subscribes to the idea that a university should have an extensive research and extension development culture. Proof to this are numerous research undertakings of the university. Each year, PUP surpasses national passing rate in licensure examinations and ranks among the top in different academic disciplines. Has also institutionalized academic exchange and international cooperation with various countries all over the world through its Office of International Affairs. Today, PUP is relishing its successes and its students are enjoying unprecedented academic opportunities, an enhanced campus environment, upgraded colleges, state-of-the-art technology, and nationally and internationally recognized programs. It has gone far from what it was more than a century ago. This is mainly due to the support given by the government, the PUP community, and its benefactors. With the combined efforts, PUP will continue to be a partner in nation building and in poverty alleviation for the marginalized sector of the society with quality, responsive, and relevant education as a tool. PUP, the country's first polytechnic youth.
Allow me to share with you my vision for the university. I envision PUP to become the pioneering and leading national polytechnic university in the 21st century. With a national polytechnic university status, it will bring more opportunities for the university to further strengthen its academic programs and improve organizational performance as an institution for higher education. In pursuit for this vision, my mission for PUP is for it to recognize its catalytic role for national development. PUP will ensure inclusive and equitable quality education and promote lifelong learning opportunities through a re-engineered polytechnic education. By re-engineering, we look into the existing processes and programs in order to achieve higher quality of academic programs and services following the principles of effectiveness and efficiency. With this mission in mind, I have formulated 10 pillars as my reform agenda for the university. Pillar 1, Dynamic, Transformational, and Responsible Leadership. Empower academic and administrative leaders by following the core principles of good governance to create collective growth and unity. Here I would like to highlight an innovation by introducing the development of an integrity management plan to assess, plan, and implement anti-corruption strategies that will secure the institution against corruption and abuse. Likewise, asset management and resource generation will be aggressively pursued to ensure productivity and finance the implementation of the plans and projects for the university. Pillar 2, Responsive and Innovative Curricula and Instruction. We aim to provide world-class polytechnic education that responds to national and global needs by developing intellectually challenging curricula and design academic programs that are based on industry demands to provide the learners with adequate and relevant competencies and skills and prepare them for a successful and rewarding careers. In a rapidly changing world, we recognize the paradigm shift in curriculum to outcome-based education with lifelong learning approach. Pillar 2 also sits on the framework of internationalization of Philippine higher education through transnational education by promoting academic mobility among faculty and students and global dimension into the curricula and teaching process. Pillar 3, Enabling and Productive Learning Environment. Following education in Industry 4.0, we aim to increase and enhance the use of new technology to enable student learning and engagement, as well as advanced teaching process and methodology through new and state-of-the-art facilities that will support the overall learning and teaching experience in the university. Pillar 3 likewise includes campus development and the provision of conducive learning centers and facilities for students and faculty. Pillar 4, holistic student development and engagement. We will empower students as well as rounded learners and active young leaders as we open opportunities for various academic mobility and venues for honing skills and personal development, being the principal stakeholder of the university. Recognize academic freedom as a form of self-expression and a platform to showcase students' intellect, skills, and creativity. Pillar 5, empowered faculty members and employees. Likewise, we are looking into the holistic development of our faculty and employees as productive, competent, and experts in their respective fields. We will encourage our faculty roster through formal education, capacity building, research and extension initiatives, faculty immersion, and other academic engagements, both local and abroad. We will ensure that both our faculty and employees will have a vibrant career development path as public servants in this state university. Pillar 6, vigorous research production and utilization. We will continue to strengthen the research culture in the university by promoting discovery and innovation through increasing disciplinary and collaborative research integration across academic disciplines to create new knowledge, utilize research findings, and develop innovative products. Pillar 7, global academic standards and excellence. Achieve the highest levels of recognition in quality and compliance standards from CHED, AACUP, and other international accrediting and regulatory bodies for higher education. We will intensify our efforts to achieve and sustain better academic performance and continue to excel as a top-performing school in various professional licensure examinations and produce board top-notchers as well as sustain our status of being the most preferred graduates of employers. Likewise, we aim to establish and to be recognized as centers of development and excellence in our academic programs. Pillar 8, synergistic, productive strategic networks and partnerships. Synergize and forge strategic linkages and partnerships across all sectors of society and the global community in line with the overall plans and programs of the university. Establish alliance with the government, industry sector, NGOs, and the academe will lead to resource sharing, program support, and research collaborations beneficial for all. Pillar 9, active and sustained stakeholders engagement. Harness a healthy and harmonious organization by empowering all its stakeholders, both internal and external, through open communication networks, consultative and participative undertakings, and team-building activities, recognizing that all stakeholders can greatly contribute towards the betterment of the university. Pillar 10, sustainable social development programs and projects. Expand access to education, knowledge building, and information dissemination through sharing of expertise and resources for community development. Support inclusivity approach and education by embarking on Education on Wheels, which aims to bring access to education closer to communities, following the principle of no one will be left behind. As the University of the People, we should bring the university closer to their hearts to serve their needs and extend assistance in mainstreaming public service. Our institution must continue to stand as one for the values that we have inculcated. For the past 115 years, we have exemplified our quest for truth, excellence, equity, relevance, effectiveness, integrity, and academic freedom. Lastly, I call upon each and everyone to join me in this journey. Together we stand as one para sa sintang paaralan, para sa ating bayan.
Uy! Nandito na pala sila! Hi guys! Magandang araw mga schoolmates! Nandito na muli ang lahat ng dapat yung malaman tungkol sa pamantasan. Ako si Jello.
Lahat ng in, lahat ng hit, lahat ng trendy. Ako naman si Mary Rose.
At ito ang inyong online tambayan. Ako naman si LA at ito ang PUP TV! Pinakausapan sa pamantasan! Guys, wala ba kayong napapansin? Wala si Kesa! Ano? Pero bukod doon, hindi nyo ba nararamdaman na per months na? Ano? At ilang tulog na lang, malapit na magpasko, di ba? Tama!
At ipagdiriwang na natin ngayong October ang anniversary ng ating sintang paaralan.
Tama! Pero alam niyo ba kung kailan eksaktong ipinagdiriwang ang founding anniversary ng ating sintang paaralan? Ngayong first week of October.
Sabi ko na sa iyo eh. Talaga namang nakaka-proud ang maging isang PUP yan, di ba?
Oo naman, kasi bukod sa tayo ang may pinakamababang tuition fee dito sa buong Pilipinas, tayo din ang kauna-unahang Polytechnic University sa buong bansa.
Eh teka lang, ilang taon na nga ba ang PUP?
Ay, alam mo makikita yan sa logo natin eh. Di ba nakalagay doon? PUP 1904. So kung 2013 na ngayon at 1904 tinatagang PUP, 109th founding anniversary ng ating sintang paaralan. Oo nga, at speaking of logo, alam niyo ba kung ano ang kwento at kasaysayan kung paano na po ang kulay Golden Star at ang kulay maroon sa paligid nito? Paano nga ba? Pwes yan ang ating alamin dito sa ating episode ng PUP logo dito sa Anghit. Alam niyo ba na ang logo ay ginagamit bilang pagkakakilanlan ng isang establishmento, gusali, paaralan o anumang samahan? Ang bawat logo ay may kanya-kanyang kahulugan at simbolo. Pero ano nga ba ang simbolo sa likod ng logo ng ating sintang paaralan? Sabay-sabay natin alamin ang kahulugan at kwento sa likod ng ating logo dito sa Anghit featuring PUP logo.
Hindi ko pa alam. Ano ba yung logo? Nakalimutan ko eh.
Sinisimbolo yung PUP. Hindi ko alam eh.
May simbolo sa katatagan ng ating universidad. Excellence.
Excellent yung PUP. Parang yung symbol yun ng ano, yun sa humanity.
Yung bilog daw, infinite wisdom. Star stands for the perfection of human person as well as the search for truth. PUP logo, yun yung dream namin. Kailangan namin maabot, mag-graduate namin dito.
Dates back to the conceptualization of this logo, simplified adoption from Leonardo da Vinci's famous drawing, the proportions of the human figure. At that time, I was the executive assistant of Dr. Nemesio Ituran. He was the one who conceptualized it.
Ang hugis bituin ng ating logo ay isinunod mula sa tanyag na likha ni Leonardo da Vinci na The Proportions of Human Figure o mas kilala sa tawag na Vitruvian Man. Ang katawagang Vitruvian ay hinango mula kay Vitruvius, isang arkitektong Romano noong 100 AD.
In our logo, the golden section is, of course, the center of the 5 concentric circles, zeroing in on the midpoint of the PUP star logo.
Ang tinatawag na golden section sa between ng ating logo ay siyang sentro ng 5 bilog. Ang 5 bilog na ito ang tinatawag na 5 concentric circles na nangangahulugan ng integrity, ingenuity, industry, intelligence, at internationalism ng PUP bilang isang pamantasan.
This logo serves as a constant reminder to all future generations in the community of the Polytechnic University of the Philippines that from the ancient times, the flowering of ideas from the golden section stimulates proportionate economy, social justice, truth, and beauty. The Polytechnic University of the Philippines star logo becomes a symbol of light for the entire nation.
Ang galing! Yung pala yun!
Ano ka ba naman, Jello? Hindi ako ito nakikinig eh.
Baka naman nakalimutan ko lang.
Wait lang guys. Maiba naman tayo. Hindi nyo ba alam na ang PUP, hindi rin tayo pauhuli sa mga successful graduates natin?
Oo naman!
At pinatunayan yan ng ating dalawang ka-scholar ng bayan na kung saan nag-top lang naman sila sa Nutritionist Dietitian Licensure Exam 2013.
Wow!
Tara, panoorin natin ito. Ang kanilang kwento sa PUP yan!
So, pala si Julius Cesar A. Bactad. So, I'm 20 years old and I took up BS Nutrition and Dietetics dito sa PUP.
Ako si Giancarlo R. Murillo. I graduated as cum laude with GPA of 1.56. And 21 years old na ako, I have my license number. Proud R&D, proud PUP yan. Ako kasi even start pa lang, nagkaroon na ako ng goals. So sinabi ko sa sarili ko, pagpasok ko sa PUP, kailangan makakuha ako ng Latin Honor from the university. Kailangan maging top notcher ako ng board exam namin. So start pa lang kailangan may goal setting ka na. Nag-set tayo ng goal na magkaroon ng laude at saka magkaroon ng top sa board exam. So, yun ang naging goal ko. 2 days after malabas yung result, naghanap na talaga ako ng work. So, experience ko talaga is napakahirap. Kahit sabihin mo ng top notcher ka, naging cum laude ka, hindi pa rin ganun kadali pumasok sa tunay na mundo. Nag-apply na ako sa isang agency dito sa Pilipinas, pero itatry ko pa rin na pumasok sa mga food company. Alam naman natin, bilang isang PUP-yan, tayo pinanganak na kulang sa financial na kapasidad. So, ang meron lang tayo is utak. So, utak ang puhunan natin. Ang pagiging isang top notcher ay simula pa lang yan ng buhay. So, ang tunay talaga is, nagsisimula talaga yan after ng college natin. So, ngayon pa lang, kapwa ko PUP yan, mag-aral tayong mabuti. Alam nyo kasi naniniwala ko, knowledge without faith is nothing. Sa lahat ng pinag-aaralan natin, dapat laging ang sentro, Panginoon.
Wow! Ang galing talaga nila, no? Pero alam nyo, baka pwede sila maging personal dietitian ni Kesa. Baka naman kakailanganin nun eh, ang pet-pet na nga.
Sim na kaya ano?
Nasaan nga pala si Kesa ngayon, no?
Balita ko na sa SMX no si Kesa.
Lalakwatsa na naman. Ginagawa ni Kesa sa SMX. Balita ko nililibot niya yung buong Pilipinas eh. Para saan? Hindi na tayo sinama kasi eh. Panoorin na lang natin ang may special na inihanda si Kesa sa atin. Panoorin natin.
Hi guys! Andito ako ngayon sa SMX Convention Center para sa 24th Philippine Travel Mark ng Philippine Tour Operators Association o ng PhilToa. At guys, alam nyo ba, sa loob nito ay ang buong Pilipinas. Kalain mo nagkasya ang buong Pilipinas! Hindi ka naniniwala? Tara, puntahan natin. Hindi lingid sa ating mga kaalaman na ang Pilipinas ay isang bansang mayaman sa magaganda. Magaganda! Ano ka ba? Magagandang tanawin. Kaya naman, lakas loob, taas noo, pulo ang dugo na tinanong ng PUP Creative sa mga tao rito kung bakit nga ba it's more fun in the Philippines. Alamin natin! Bakit po it's more fun in the Philippines?
Because mas marami tayong makikitang sceneries dito.
Because you have the beautiful places here in the Philippines.
Philippines is the best among other countries. Yes, big house.
A wild country.
Shadow naman daw.
World destination. You like it?
Yes, Philippines is a wild country with wild people.
Exciting, tsaka madami mong pupuntahan.
Bakit it's more fun in the Philippines?
Kasi nandito ka.
Oh, nakakayak naman. Ay, ito naman. Bakit it's more fun in the Philippines? Look up, look up.
Kesa, Pilipinas ka ba? Kasi ang ganda mo eh.
Bakit po it's more fun in the Philippines?
Bakit? Ano ba?
Medyo yung lugar sa Pilipinas.
Because of you.
Because of the people, you know? So, ano, masaya yung mga Pinoy eh.
Inuurasan mo? Huwag na lang. Hanap na lang kayo.
Ang tagal kong naghintay para sa sagot. Guys, we have here Governor Vilma Santos. Governor V, bakit po it's more fun in the Philippines? Ang sagot niya, wala eh. Wala ko na pala. Hi guys, we have here Mr. Mark Nelson.
We do? Where?
It's you po.
I knew
Sir,
it. Yes.
why is it more fun in the Philippines?
Number one, the people. The people are the friendliest people all over Asia, possibly all over the world. And also, we have everything in the Philippines. Actually, the only thing we're missing in the Philippines is snow, but that's okay. We don't need snow. We have the best beaches. We have sand.
Oh, di ba?
Who needs snowmen when you can make sandmen? We have the best scuba diving in the world. You go to Tupataha Reef. You can see everything. We have 95% of the world's marine biodiversity right here in the Philippines.
Ah, di ba schoolmates, sabi naman sa inyo, sobrang ganda ng Pilipinas. Ito nga, sabi ng mga nakasari kanina dito sa SMX, ang dahilan kung bakit it's more fun in the Philippines ay una, dahil sa mga magandang tanawin. Pangalawa ay dahil sa ating mga sariling produkto. Pangatlo ay dahil hindi ka mauubusan ng mga gagawin dito sa ating bansa. At pang-apat at ang pinakamahalaga sa lahat, kung bakit it's more fun in the Philippines, eh dahil na rin sa mga masasayahin at magagandang mga Pilipino. Sabi? Kinasabi!
Wow, grabe! Sayang di tayo nakasama dyan sa SMX Convention Center.
Daya-daya ni Kesa. Hindi naman tayo sinama ni Kesa. Pero balita ko nga, may booth daw doon ng PUP. Booth ng PUP Creativity. At alam nyo ha, itong booth na to, kasama nito yung iba pang malalaking kumpanya sa buong Pilipinas. Wow, big time ang PUP. Ang cool, di ba?
Nakaka-proud naman na maging isang PUP, yan talaga naman. At dapat na natin i-celebrate ang ating founding anniversary.
At kaya wag natin kalimutan, mga kapatid sa pananampalataya, mga schoolmates, na pati na ating nag-iisa ang ating sintang paralan ng
Happy 109th Founding Anniversary!
Happy founding anniversary PUP! At muli, ito ang inyong online kabayan, PUP TV, pinakausap-usapan sa pamantasan!
Emerson is a global technology and engineering leader. We operate in over 150 countries. We are 110,000 employees worldwide. And here in the Philippines, we have over 2,000 employees.
My name is Vicky Florento. I'm from Dell Philippines. I'm handling the university relations and services hiring.
Pagasa Steel supplies concrete reinforcing bars to the Philippines' booming construction industry. We have been the leading supplier of quality steel bars for the past 52 years.
EGS is an Alorica company. It is one of the fastest growing BPO companies in the Philippines right now.
I'm Cecil Venancio and I'm a Branding and Communications Director of Sykes Asia.
We don't decide whether you're from a top-tier university or a state university. We decide based on our assessments that includes exams and interviews. Having said that, a lot of Dell's workforce in the Philippines are from PUP.
55 to 80 hires annually, those coming from PUP alone. And as a matter of fact, 14 of the homegrown employees who started from staff and supervisors have been promoted.
Currently, we have 13 employees from the PUP. They're working in a different field, so most of them are an engineer, some are in sales, most of them are in the higher position.
There's a huge pool of students that we can really harvest from. And we know the reputation that they bring. So we're glad that we have a university like PUP that we can rely on for our future employees.
I love the graduates of PUP. They're not only fun to work with, but you can rely on them. They are very, very dependable.
PUP graduates are an exact match and fit to Pagasa Steel's mission and vision.
The reason why we prefer the PUP graduates is the fact that we notice that they have a common denominator, very hardworking. See, whatever happens, they'd still work. Even if it's raining, they'd still come to work. You give them additional tasks, they'd accept. They are resilient.
Very passionate, aside from being resilient, because we can see that they're very dedicated with their job. And we've seen a lot of PUP graduates, not just in one department.
They turn out to adapt very well and adjust well to our company here in the Philippines. They're productive employees and they stay with us for a long time.
Stand out sa PUP graduate is their loyalty sa company. Integrity and ethics, drive for results, intellectual capacity, and adaptability. So when we hire PUPians, they have this kind of competencies.
Of course, they're very intelligent people, responsible. Responsible in a sense because whenever we meet these graduates and we ask them what are their future plans, they would always come up with answers like helping out their family, or because I'm done with school, I'll help out another sibling. So you would know already that these kids, even before they actually embark on certain work, they already have goals in mind.
They're not maarte, no? Whatever you give them, they know that if it's for the purpose of the job, they will do it. And so they have, they're the ones that survive the challenges of work. They don't shirk away from responsibilities. They're the type who, whatever the job requires, they're up for the challenge.
PUPians enable people everywhere to grow and thrive.
PUP is one of the pillars of the nation because it is an institution that provides good graduates, people who really contribute to the success of the community or to the success of the country.
To all the people associated with PUP, if you're a graduate, congratulations, and you should be proud of yourselves. For those of you that are students, please continue the tradition, the proud legacy that your school has. Some of you, PUP, you work for us now. We appreciate you. We know you're good employees. For those of you that might work for us in the future, please consider us. We'd love to have you. We know that you make a great employee for Emerson.
PUPians, bring everything you are. If you have big ideas, let's talk. Come work where passion meets possibility. You can visit jobs.del.com for opportunities.
To pursue your dreams and work hard for whatever endeavor you will choose. And in the event that you will choose to apply in one of the fastest BPO companies in the Philippines, I would like to invite you to apply in EGS, an Analytical company, because our doors are open for all of you.
To all the PUPians, let's create a sense of smile together.
Smart is very happy to have PUP graduates now enjoying their career and let them live more.
#Sites to PUP. We will support you in more ways than one.
Tara na, maging magkasama na tayo. Mabuhay ang PUP.
Noon pa man, malaki na ang naging bahagi ng mga kababaihan sa lipunang Pilipino. Kaisa sila sa marubdob na paghahangad ng kalayaan ng ating lahi. Kabilang sila sa paglinang ng ating makulay na sining at mayamang kultura. Kasapi sila sa pagtataguyod ng mga adhikain ng kapwa mamamayan at sa pagtugon sa mga pangangailangan ng lipunan. Katuwang sila sa pagtuklas sa mga larangan ng agham at medisina. Kapanalig sila sa pagpapairal ng batas, karapatan at katarungan para sa lahat. Kabahagi sila sa paglilingkod sa bayan at sa pagpapanatili ng demokrasyang Pilipino. Sa paglipas ng panahon, hindi nagmaliw ang kanilang pag-ibig sa ating inang bayan. Mga kababayan, ito ang alay ng mga kababaihang Pilipino para sa bayan. Tumayo po tayong lahat at sabay-sabay nating awitin ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Ayaw magiliw, pero sa silanganan, alam ng puso, sa dilim mo'y buhay. Lupang hiniram, gulad na ng magiging, sa manlulupi, di ka masisingil, sa lahat ng lubog, sa singer at sa langit mong babang, may ginagang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang isang ng patawad mo'y tagumpay na naglilingin, ang bituin na araw ng kailang pamalimatin. Lupa ng araw ng 100 pagsima, buhay ay nangis sa piling mo. Ang higaya na pag ay makahamit, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Hi, I'm Engineer Florinda H. Oquindo, Director of the Alumni Relations and Career Development Office. The role of our office is to keep connections among students and alumni, provides complete range of services to students, alumni, and employers in the area of career development, graduates and professional schools preparations, employee relations, and campus recruitment. We also provide alumni and students with the tools and resources to help find success in all professional endeavors. To all freshmen, please come and visit us. Our office is located at N209 North Wing, 2nd floor.
Hello everyone, my name is Mavel de Lagarde and it is with great pleasure that I welcome you all participants and guests here in our Zoom meeting and in our FB Live. I believe we also have participants from NTC, National Teachers College, hello po. Aside from of course mga isko at iska ng ating sinta from different colleges, branches and campuses, magandang hapon po sa lahat and again, welcome to 2021 Year-Round Career Development Webinars. Today is all about uncovering of planning your career. To formally open our webinar, please do watch and listen as our Vice President for Student Affairs and Services give her welcome remarks. Let us show our appreciation by clicking the heart react for Dr. Zenaida R. Sarmiento.
My pleasure to welcome all of you to this career talk. This is one of the activities of the university, specifically the ARCDO, where we would like our students to know the importance of building one's career path. Our dear students, knowing and determining where you want to go and how to get there are our main goals why we have this career talk. Likewise, the university would like to help you achieve your goals in securing future jobs or internships. In this event, you will have the opportunity to meet your future employers, reputable and well-established companies or representatives who will inspire and motivate you to work hard to achieve your future goals. To our industry partners and participating companies, thank you for partnering with us and for the opportunity that you are giving our students find their employment or find a good venue for their on-the-job training. May we maintain our intensive relationship and in the process both benefit from it. Rest assured that this university will continue to be your partner in your worthy endeavors. PUP will continue to cultivate its students' potential to make them more productive with exceptional skills and know-how which are needed by your companies. I would like to extend my deepest gratitude and utmost appreciation to ARCDO team, headed by AB Pisas and Director Flor Oquindo, and to all participants and sponsors who made this event a success. Again, welcome to this career talk, and may our good Lord bless us all.
Thank you very much, Dr. Sarmiento, the mother of the OVP SAS. All right, so before we get started, I'm going to go through some housekeeping to ensure you can interact with myself and the speakers. Our virtual etiquette. First, please note that your microphones and cameras are automatically turned off as you enter the Zoom meeting. Second, if you have questions for the speakers, please maximize the use of chat box, which can be found at the bottom section of the screen, and comment section for our participants in the FB live streaming. Third, make your questions concise and direct. Fourth, by joining this activity, you are agreeing to participate in a recorded webinar that will be posted on related platforms such as websites, social media pages, etc. Fifth, kindly make sure to have your name and what school or organization you are connected in our Zoom meeting. Sixth, digital certificates will be released 2 to 3 weeks after the conduct and be given to those who attended, participated, and accomplished the evaluation form given at the end of the session. 7, lastly, of course, the link of the evaluation form will be flashed in the comment box during the latter part of the program. It will also be posted on our FB page. Just a reminder, the form will be accessible only 6 hours after the webinar. So to proceed our program, please do watch the sponsor industry AVP. Our first speaker is going to talk to us about how to boost productivity at work. She is a representative from VXI Global Holdings, where they are the leading provider of business process and information technology outsourcing, offering comprehensive services to its clients. Their ability to provide excellence in the delivery of BPO services, software development, quality assurance testing, and infrastructure outsourcing on behalf of their clients has allowed VXI to grow at consistent rate of over 40% for the past several years. Everyone, let us welcome Miss Fidelity from VXI Global Holdings.
Hi everyone, good afternoon, good afternoon. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, ma'am, loud and clear.
Hi, all right. Okay. Do I need to present my screen now, or is there anything else that we need to wait first?
You may now start, ma'am, sharing your screen po.
All right, let me just pull up my presentation. All right, so can you see my screen already?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, hold on. It's loading.
Sure.
Okay, so while waiting for my presentation to appear, so my name is Fidelity, but you guys can call me Fidel. So everyone in the industry call me Fidel. So for today's discussion or webinar, the topic that is assigned for me is how to boost productivity at work. So let's begin. All right. So before to give you the overview of our discussion, I'd like to say a disclaimer first that this might not work to everyone, but this might work for some of you guys. So it's really important to assess yourself if this tips will work for you. But it won't hurt anyone if you try to do some of the steps so that your productivity at work would be boosted. All right. So one would be stop multitasking. Second would be take breaks. Third, set small goals. That would be the third. Fourth is take care of the biggest task when you're most alert. And then fifth would be implement the 2-minute rule. So these are some of the tips that we noted or listed down. We will be discussing each by each later on. Okay, so to start, one would be stop multitasking. I know some of you might disagree, and it's really tempting right now, especially that some of you guys or most of us are actually working from home, studying from home, and it's really tempting to do multiple tasks at one time. Since we're currently on our own spaces and we have a freedom to do so. But one would be we need to stop multitasking because the quality of our productivity or our project would decline because since we're currently not focused on that thing, there's a probability that the quality of your project would decline. So it's important for you to focus on one project at a time so that you can do your best in doing that specific project. Second would be the tendency to commit mistakes. So if you're currently doing three tasks at the same time, and you're currently thinking of doing this first, doing that at the same time, then there's a tendency to commit mistakes because you might forget adding some few notes, and you really can't give out or give all your ideas or give your all your ideas in doing that specific project. So the tendency with you might commit mistakes. I'm not saying that that's for sure, but of course there's a probability that you might commit some mistakes along the way if you're gonna do all things together at the same time. So yeah, as mentioned earlier, if you are not focused on a certain project, and then ideas might not come in, so the creativity is being compromised. So this is really important so that you can have the best or you can give your best on that specific project. So yeah, that's one of the few reasons why we need to stop multitasking. Although I'm sure for some of the students that we have here or some of the person that we have here, this might work for you. The multitasking, it can work and it can be efficient, but so that we can give our best to a specific project or specific campaign, and then we have to focus or keep our time for that project one at a time. So, okay. So the last item I have here would be misplaced priorities. So if we're currently doing the task at the three tasks at the same time, and then there's a probability that your priorities are not being placed properly. So we really have to identify our priorities so that we give our time to specific projects one at a time so that we can focus and give our best to the specific task or project. Okay, so take number two. So take breaks. So for this one, I'm sure most of us will agree. Taking breaks is really important. One would be serves as energy boost. Of course, if you take or took a break, um, you'll have time to refresh your mind, or you'll have time to to serve your energy for your task later on. Two would be it reduces stress. Of course, doing some specific tasks straight for straight hours, it really would be stressful. So taking breaks would reduce your stress. And of course, if you have enough energy and it reduces your stress, it improves your health. Then third would be if you have enough energy, you have less stress and it improves your health. And then of course there's a probability or a percentage that it would boost your performance in your task, and the probability of coming more fresh ideas for creativity would also increase. Okay. So third would be set small goals. Why? Big tasks cause stress. Or if you're gonna have or look at your assignments or your projects as a whole, you might think that it really can be overwhelming, especially that you have a specific project for this subject and another one for this subject. If you're gonna think of it like that, it might be overwhelming. So it's really important to categorize your task. So break down tasks into tiny fragments. So, like for example, in your thesis or if feasibility studies, um, there's a section for each item. Like the first one would be introduction. The second one would be like for example, product description or whatnot. So it's really important to break down the task into tiny fragments so that you can focus again one at a time. If you're gonna look at it on a one whole project, you really think that it really a big task, or it really can be an overwhelming for you. So that's one thing that you can do. You can break down the task into tiny fragments so that you can focus one at a time. So as mentioned, you can focus one small task at a time if you're gonna break down your task into tiny fragments. So I think this would be my fourth in my list. Take care of the biggest task when you're most alert. So do task prioritization. So identify the tasks that you have or all the projects that you have. You can one of the factors that you can consider would be the timeline. Which one is the most urgent one? Which one is has the most late deadline? And then you can do a task prioritization so that you would know which one to do first. Second would be ask yourself, when is the strongest point of my day? So as mentioned earlier, you do task prioritization if this specific project is the most prioritized project, and then you can do it at your most strongest point of my day. And also, as mentioned on the beginning of my presentation, it's really important to assess yourself. Some of the tips that I've said earlier might work for you or some may not. But this is different for everybody. When is the strongest point of my day? It really differs. For me, like for example, the strongest point of my day would be after I take my coffee in the morning. So that is the best time for me to work on so that ideas will come in. I really in the afternoon, yes, I can still work, but most of my ideas come in the morning. So that's really important. You have to identify first when is the best time for you to take the biggest task that you have. And then you do it that time. So that for sure you can give all your ideas or all your time to that specific task so that you can be efficient and productive in doing that specific project. So yeah, as mentioned earlier, also identify the turnaround time of your project so that you would know which one to prioritize. And then you can do it one at a time so that you can focus on each item that you or each project that you have. So this is my last line item on my list. So implement the 2-minute rule. What is the 2-minute rule? Identify tasks that's easy to complete or identify tasks that is, well, you know that you can do it in a 2-minute period of time. So if you know to yourself that you already can finish the specific line item or this specific task, it's just 2 minutes, just 5 minutes, you can do it already because why do it later if you know to yourself that's easy to complete and you know that you can just finish it in just 2 to 3 minutes of your time, then you can do it already. So there, identify what's easy, what's task that is easy to complete, what's the task that is easy to can be done within 2 minutes, 5 minutes, so that you can do it already. Because small things matter. If you're gonna ignore the small things or this task that is easy, you might think kasi na ay, mamaya ko na gagawin or maybe I can do it tomorrow because it will just take 5 minutes of my time. I just need to talk to somebody and ask what would be the answer for this specific project. But you know, small things matter. If we're gonna ignore this task na easy to complete, kapag dumami siya, mas malaki siyang problema for you and you know it really would consume time kapag pinalaki natin siya. So if you really know that this specific project, this specific line item task can be done into 2 minutes, 5 minutes, it won't hurt you if you will do it already as long as you already have the enough time for that. No need to wait for another day or two. If you can do it, then do it already because you know if it would compile, then mas mahirap siyang habulin or gawin. So this would be my last slide already. So as you know, law of attraction, if you claim it, if you believe in it, then let's claim that it would happen. So outlook determines outcome. So it's from Warren. Okay. So yeah, I guess this is really my last slide already. Thank you guys for listening. I have here Bixie with me waving as well. You've met her on the previous AVP that is played prior to my presentation or my talk. She is actually our virtual assistant. So if you are interested to be part of VXI or to know more, you can just shoot us a message at VXIPH at Facebook. And Vixie, our virtual assistant, will be happy to assist you. Yeah, so I think that's pretty much it. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to chat.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Ms. Fidel, for the simple and concise presentation. Let us now accommodate questions nga po from our participants. Do we have questions here? Let us see. So far, wala. Are you sure, participants? Ganon ka-direct si ma'am na wala ng tanong ang mga bata. Okay? Ayan. Miss Micah, you have a question. So what is your question, Micah?
Hi, Micah. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Hi.
Hi. For Ma'am Fidelity, right?
Hi. Yep. You can call me Fidel. Yeah.
So, ma'am, may question lang po ako kasi kanina lang po kasi may tumawag po sa akin from VXI, from your company, and I already passed the initial interview.
Oh, congratulations for passing the initial interview. Okay, what's your question?
Tatanong ko lang po sana kung paano po ako mag-prepare or ano po yung mga tanong for the final interview or any tips po?
Okay. So, most of the questions for BPO, since you've passed the initial interview already, all right, I'll give you an idea first with regards to our recruitment process so that you can have an idea how to prepare the next process. So with BXI, the first step would be pre-screening. So when you applied online with BXC, someone will call you first to check your the basic qualifications if you pass that. And then the second step would be initial interview. On the initial interview, what we usually gauge is your communication skills on how you answer questions based on your profile. Like, for example, can you tell us something about yourself and so on and such. That's for the initial interview, more on knowing about the candidate. So the next would be behavioral interview. On the behavioral interview, this is where we gauge how you respond to situations that will be given to you, or like, for example, when you are working with us already, how are you gonna respond to a specific situation? Okay, so that would be the behavioral interview. And the next would be the final interview, which is kung saan na yung step ni Micah. So for final interview, it really would depend on the account that you were profiled for. So like for example, so in BPO industry, there are a lot of accounts that you can be profiled for or kung saan kayo pwede mag-work. So some of the accounts that we have is a telco account, and then we also have some sales account, a healthcare account. So that is some of the accounts to mention. So like for example, if you were asked or if our recruiter told you that you did pass the initial interview already, and then the next step would be a final interview, and you were profiled to, like for example, a telco account. For telco account, the most of the positions that we're looking at for that account is a technical support representative. And what does the technical support representative? So mostly, they are the one who attends the concern of our clients in terms of their, like for example, internet connection at house. It really would be best if you so one would be, it really would be best for you to know if what is the nature of the account that you were profiled for, so you can ask the recruiter that reached out to you that you passed the initial interview already. So the next step would be research if what does this position currently doing. So if you search it online, there's a lot of details that you can check online. So you have to check kung ano yung ginagawa sa trabaho na yon. Third, I think would be it would be best since for technical support, as mentioned, more on ano siya, assisting, like for example, the client in how to work out on her current concern, like for example, how to properly connect the router, or parang you have to be specifics on what does the customer need to check. So if you're gonna answer the final interview, or if you will be asked ng, like for example, my internet is currently not working. Yun lang yung information na nasabi ni customer. So you have to be precise na parang, first I'd like to know if you did, if you already rebooted your internet connection. Second would be, if you already checked this and that. So that's the third tip that I have. You have to be precise, or you have to step by step say what can you do or how can you help the customer para mas complete and precise yung answer natin to final interviewer. And there, aside from those things, you have to be confident Since applying in the BPO industry, as you guys know, you have to speak in English. But if it's okay if you commit some mistakes along the way, but confidence will help you na para, oh, this applicant really knows how what she is saying. So I think that's it. Did I answer your question, Micah?
Yes,
You
ma'am.
have. Okay, thank you, and good luck for the final interview.
Okay. Thank you, Miss Fidel and Micah. Congratulations for passing the initial interview. Okay? Let's see kung meron pang tanong na, ayan, from PUP Sablayan, I think this is from Ramel. Do you accept internship daw po?
Yes, definitely. So we have a couple of departments that accepts internship. One would be recruitment, of course. I'm from recruitment, by the way, guys. So one for recruitment, we also accept interns for our IT team. But of course, depending on the specific time that you're gonna apply for. But definitely, we can check it for you if there's a current open slot for that. The third department to mention is finance department. We also accept interns for that specific department. So what else? There. For recruitment, we have a lot of teams. We have interns who can do marketing. So we have a recruitment marketing department. We also have a team who does the assessment, which is perfect for HR or the courses or psychology courses. And we are currently hiring interns for that specific team.
All right. Thank you. Again, from him po, do you work from home po or sa office po kayo?
Me, I'm currently working from home.
Alright.
My background is kindly, I know, pero yeah, I'm working from home.
Okay, ma'am. Noted. Thank you so much. All right. So, I think wala nang tanong. Ayan, from Micah, thank you very much. Daw po, ma'am. All right. So, wala nang tanong? Okay, so let's proceed. Again, Miss Fidel, thank you so much in participating in our activity this afternoon. Hopefully, this is not the last. Thank you po.
Yes, hopefully.
Okay.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Have a
Bye
good day.
po. Okay, so before I introduce to you our second speaker, may I just remind our participants that if you have questions to our speakers, please do type it in our chat box in Zoom or comment it in our FB Live, okay? So, all right, our next speaker is a representative from one of our partner companies, First CP Global Holdings Inc., where they commit to global sustainability by providing the best waste diversion solutions through innovation, education, and integrity. To discuss to us about professional-centered competencies and internship and transferable skills, whether it is manual, technical, analytical problem solving, innovative, original, or social and interpersonal skills, let us all welcome Ms. Gardini Del Mundo.
Hi, good afternoon.
Hi, ma'am. Good afternoon.
I'll just share my screen. Hi, good afternoon again. My name is Gardeni Del Mundo. You can call me Deng. I'm here to discuss the 5 transferable skills and also the competency and internship. But before that, I would like to give you a brief discussion on what the company is, Tres Philippines, so you can also understand more of the company. Also, to moving forward to the topic, we can give and cite examples and specifics as well, so that you can understand more the topic. So let's start. So who we are. So Tres is an on-call neighborhood air conditioning cleaning service franchise. So 2 main words and phrases, cleaning service and franchise. We are owned by First CP Global Holdings Inc., and we offer the following services. So primarily, We do preventive maintenance and general cleaning works of retail air conditioning units. And also we do diagnostic checkups, supply and installation, troubleshooting and repair of units as well. Now, our core competencies, our management team has combined expertise already in the HVAC industry, and we have years of experience also in business and company management. Also, we have our technical operations team, from planning to sales and marketing to franchise management and for the actual service also. We have high-skilled certified technical personnel, and we have also combined expertise in sales and marketing. And also we have mechanical engineers with management innovation green belt or the Six Sigma certified equivalent. And also we do high quality service, quick response time, and excellent client engagement. Now for the mission vision of the company, like all the other companies, this is the company philosophy. So when you go to a company, lahat sila meron silang mission statement, they have their vision statement. So that's their corporate philosophy. Corporate philosophy meaning dun nila kino-convey yung purpose, yung objective, at saka yung goal ng company. And then just to give you a brief parang structure of what a franchise company is, so this is the network design. So we have here the hub, which is the mother company, and then we have the spokes. Spokes are the branches or the franchises. So with this kind of structure, this aims to provide standardization, same quality of work, same customer experience, and define unique culture for all. So an example, this is a food chain company, a fast food chain company. So lahat nun standardized, from protocols to policies, to uniforms, to personnel, to the types of food, diba? So those are all standardized. That's a franchise. That's how a franchise company work. Now, for our career development program, TRES's objective is to develop competitive technical experts capable of handling the practical works and of course people management. So it's combination of both. Our target end state is to have skilled technical people with high quality service skills, good customer service experience, and standard and compliance system across all branches. And while you're in school, we do have an internship program. We offer on-the-job training to qualified scholars following the school's timetable and number of hours requirement. We also do immersion in the actual service works for the OJTs. These are the hands-on training and execution, and also the regular learning session and discussion on the SOP. So these are the parang classroom type knowledge acquisition. And also internship review and assessment to check the progress and the status against the target end result. So what will be the end result after the internship? So this will be to develop the 3 unique skill sets. These are the technical skills, the customer engagement experience, and the process capability experience. So you have to take note of these 3 because this is very critical in the topic that we're having, the transferable skills. And then after graduation, there will be a guaranteed hiring program. We'll have a guaranteed employment from the company. And the end result of this is an enhanced professional work experience through continuous learning on the 3 skill sets and with a minimum of 1 year tenure in the company. So with that, I would like to go forward to the transferable skills, which is the main topic. So we have the 3 skills here, the manual, the technical, analytical problem solving, the innovative skills, and last one is the behavioral or the social skills. So what are the difference of these 5? First, yung manual skill. So by definition, it is the ability to work with hands, and it is developed through mastery. So I can give an example. For example, in the TRES program, you can improve that by doing frequently kung ano yung inassign sa'yo, like air conditioning servicing. Yun yung manual work ginagawa. For a technical student, for example, like Institute of Technology, meron kayong mga manual skills dyan. Dito pumapasok, for example, yung in automotive, you do the actual work. Or for example, in HVAC, you'll do the actual replacement of parts. Dito rin pumapasok yung mga carpentry works. So yun yung mga example of the manual skill. Second is the technical skill. By definition, it is the talent and expertise of an individual that are either manual or cognitive. Meaning, hindi lang siya nagfo-focus dun sa physical or manual skill mo. Pwede rin siyang cognitive. What is a cognitive skill? Ito naman yung ginagamit mo yung brain mo or yung mind mo. Yun yung nagiging skills mo, mind skills siya. So ang difference niya with the manual skill, this is a focused discipline or knowledge. Meaning, ito talaga yung expertise mo. Because for example, you're a student of, you're an engineering student. So madami siyang major. You have electrical, mechanical, something like that. For IT, ganun din. Pwede kang mag-automotive, pwede ka sa office work. So pipili ka lang dun ng isa. Yun yung magiging focus discipline. And that will be your technical skill. Another specific example naman in terms of HVAC industry and stress, for example, the technical skill, papasok siya, you diagnose the problem. Expert ka, may problema yung air conditioning unit, for example, you diagnose that it is for replacement. Since expert ka, alam mo na kailangan palitan yung unit, ginamit mo yung technical skill mo. Then after that, pinalitan mo naman siya. Kaya mo ring palitan yung specific part na yon. So manual skill naman yan because you can do the actual work. So that's the difference of those two. Third, the analytical problem-solving skill. By definition, it is the ability to deconstruct information into smaller categories and draw conclusions. So dito naman, ang pinapagana natin is the logical reasoning, critical thinking, and data analysis. With our TRES program naman, important yung data information collection and assessment because it helps in recommending solutions. And this is the basis also of the performance and the decision making. So going back to the example of diagnosis na may kailangang i-replace na part, for example, then papasok yung why and how and what happened. So meaning, na-diagnose mo na for replacement yung isang part. Pero bakit mo siya papalitan? How are you going to replace it? Ano yung procedure? And what happened? Bakit siya nasira? So doon papasok yung analytical and problem-solving skills naman. So you also need to develop that skill in order to support yung mga ibang activities and decision-making. And then fourth is the innovative skill. By definition, it is the ability to think creatively, to generate new ideas and solve problems. And it is an application of blended knowledge, skills, and attributes. So the innovative skill naman, it's parang a higher skill na nade-develop siya. As mentioned here, because of the blended knowledge and skills. So meaning, dito lumalabas yung creativity and imagination. So, ang example naman nito is, okay, na-diagnose mo na, ito pala yung nangyari. Innovative skill is, what will you do to prevent the same incident? Or what will you do to improve the process? What would you do para ma-enhance yung performance? So, doon papasok yung innovative skill. And it's a blended knowledge because kailangan expert ka doon sa ginagawa mong trabaho. Yun yung technical. Dapat alam mong gawin yung trabaho, manual skill. And analytical skill, kailangan nag-gauge mo kung anong mangyayari when you do, alam mo yung magiging output or ano mo yung magiging result when you do that certain activity. Okay? And then the last one, which is medyo malayo dun sa 4 skills. As you can see, the first 4 skills, more on nahuhone siya talaga doon sa magiging work mo, yung pinili mo na expertise. But this one, the fifth one, the social and interpersonal skill, this is different. This is parang hindi siya talaga na ituturo in school, particularly if you're on a technical career path. So by definition, it is the ability to effectively communicate, interact, and work with individuals or groups. And then dito naman under siya ng teamwork, communication, and conflict management. So with our program, we improve professional interaction through dealing with different types of persons. We develop assertiveness in different forms of communication, verbal, written, listening, non-verbal. Ito yung tinatawag natin na professionalism in the workplace. So mostly, ang nagiging challenge for the newly grads and their work on first-time work nila is yung transition nila from being a student to being a professional. And as mentioned, I was listening earlier dun sa previous talk, they're saying na there's a behavioral assessment also for applicants and for candidates. That's true because they're checking yung interpersonal and social skills mo. And by time kasi or in time na de-develop siya, paano mo i-assert yung sarili mo in a certain situation? How are you going to interact with different people? Because you'll meet, for example, you'll meet clients, you'll meet suppliers, you'll work with mga iba-ibang klase ng co-employees, you'll work with your superior. In the future, you'll have also subordinates. So paano yung magiging interaction at communication mo sa kanila that magiging maayos yung communication at magiging maayos yung relationship mo sa company. So this is also very important. Previously, ang sinasabi nila for technical graduates, mataas yung yung skills nila of expertise. Pero mababa sila sa soft skills, mababa sila sa people skills. So this one, I think, need also to be focused on yung people management, social and interpersonal skills. And this one, we have to develop siya through internship, through reading. As mentioned pala dito, like dito sa analytical and problem solving, on your own as students, you can do that. You can do mga mind games if you're into it, yung mga mind games, yung mga meron tayong mga puzzles ngayon na nakukuha. So this will also improve your analytical and problem solving skills. So social interpersonal naman, pwede ka mag-interact sa iba-ibang mga klase ng tao na nakakausap mo. Like in school, you can do debates or you can parang do a negotiation, mga ganon, para ma-practice siya. And eventually, magagamit siya in the workplace as well. So with that, dun sa mga interested, we want to welcome you into the TRES program to develop those unique skill sets and the capabilities in this so-called new economy today. And with that, I'm open to the questions if you have. Ms. Navel.
Hi, ma'am. All right. Okay, so thank you very much, Miss Deng, for a very informative presentation. Now to give more clarifications on the things that you have in mind, guys, regarding to Miss Deng's talk, let us read some questions that we have in our chat box and comment section and in our FB Live. Okay, let's see. Do we have any questions for Miss Deng? Okay, let's see. Good afternoon, and good afternoon. Do we have any, guys? None? Are you sure? Yes, Angelo, you are raising your hand. You may unmute your phone, your microphone. Okay.
Good afternoon po, this is from National Teachers College. Despite my busy schedule today, I will use your presentation in my personal growth to my friends, family, and classmates. I learned a lot and I enjoy a lot despite my busy schedule today. That's all and thank you.
Thank you, Angelo.
Okay, thank you, Angelo. Ayan, nagustuhan niya ng bongga yung presentation niya, mama. So, isi-share niya yan sa kanyang friends and relatives. Thank you. Any other question or takeaways na gusto nyong i-share sa ating lahat? So from Dennis, thank you po. Thank you daw, ma'am. Okay. Ma'am, do you accept po ba OJT po kahit online?
Actually, with online. Currently, we accept OJTs, pero on-site sila.
Really?
Yeah, and then of online naman, we have a classroom type of internship naman. They do office works, mga ganyan, more on data mining and collection. But currently, our priority is the OJT talaga na nasa site sila.
I see.
But that one, in terms of the internship pala, we're having now a discussion siguro with your office and yung HR namin to polish everything about the internship program.
Yes, ma'am. I believe so. Ayan. From PUP Sablayan, Ramel, full-time po ba, ma'am? On-site din po ba? Pag full-time OJT? Kung on-site din po ba? Yes, I believe. Yes, ma'am?
Yes. On-site tayo. But this is also based din sa mga requirements ni PUP, placement office natin, and also on the number of hours, and then what will also be good naman with the current situation natin.
Yes. Tama po. Is there any question for Miss Deng? Wala na. Are you sure, guys? Kahit anong course po ba, ma'am? Do you accept po ba, ma'am, ng kahit anong course? Or meron po kayong pina-priority course? Ma'am, you are muted po.
Yeah, our priority for today, actually for this school year, are the Institute of Technology, Engineering, and we also have some for administrative mga courses like BA, yung mga ganun, business admin. But priorities are Institute of Technology and Engineering.
Okay. Ma'am, from OVP SAS, I believe this is Miss Jane. Can you give a sample of position that require those skill set, ma'am?
Yeah, as mentioned earlier, kasi a position, for example, like me, I started as a staff engineer in the company. So as a position, for example, you're an engineer or you're a lead technician, and your position is to check and diagnose yung mga problema during servicing. For example, is a problem with an air conditioning unit. There's a leak, for example. So technical skill, you have to diagnose correctly. The term is correctly. Kasi dapat tama mong ma-diagnose what's the problem. For example, if you diagnose that the problem is there's a leak and you have to repair it, you have to brace it and solder it, then doon naman papasok yung manual skills mo. If you do not have the manual skills to do the actual work, then you have to give it to the people who knows naman that kind of skill, the brazing or the soldering skills. With that one, that communication with that particular person, doon papasok yung interpersonal or social skills mo, because you have to coordinate directly and accurately also dun sa in-charge person for that. Then after that, the problem solver skill will be how are you going to prevent that? Because most probably you will be asked, ano ba ang nangyari? Especially if you have clients or if you have parang makikita mo on your data as part of the analytical data collection natin, you'll see that most of the time, ito yung nagiging problem nyo. So what will you do? How are you going to prevent it? So you recommend a solution for that. It's also part of the work. And then after that, innovative skill. For example, kung paulit-ulit siya and the current solution you're doing is not really the final solution, kumbaga ano lang siya, band-aid solution lang siya, then you have to go and find that permanent solution to the problem. So doon papasok yung innovative skills. Mga ganun na examples.
Very well said, ma'am. Okay. Yun. Another question, ma'am. Sorry po. May nag-raise po ulit ng another question. How can we reach you, ma'am, online, ma'am? How can we reach you po online?
Yeah, we have an Facebook and Instagram page that's Stress Philippines. You can check that out. And I think we can also provide the PUP at the office also of our information para makita nila. Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
And from Dennis po, do you have age limit po ba sa pag-apply po sa inyo, ma'am?
Wala naman. We do not have age limit. Tinatanggap namin as long as hindi minor.
Correct. Thank
Yes.
you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Noted po. Is there any question pa? For Miss Deng? Wala na? Countdown lang ako, ma'am, para wala tayong mamimiss. Ayan. Thank you daw po from Ramel. 5.
Thank you, Romel.
4. Thank you so much daw po from Dennis. 3, 2. No more questions? Are you sure, guys? 1. All right. So thank you. Thank you very much, Miss Deng.
Thank you.
Again, from CP Global Holdings INC, thank you so much. Everyone, let us watch this AVP before we proceed to our last speaker. I think our technical team is still, ayan. There.
Literally, alam, dapat yung malaman tungkol sa pamatasan. Ako si Jen, lahat ng chika, update at lahat ng latest. Ako po si Kesa, at ito ang inyong online tambayan. Ito ang PUPTV, pinakakasama ng pamatasan. Balita ko may guest host daw tayo ngayon.
Ay, oo, kasi nga, simula ngayon, magkakaroon tayo ng mga bagong guest host bawat episode.
Wow, iba-iba pala to, no?
Yes, oo.
Ngayon, i-welcome din natin yung schoolmate natin guest host natin ngayon.
Oo, nga, gusto ko siya makilala. Sino ba
Welcome
yan?
natin si schoolmate Mariel! Ang ginagawa mo
Ang galing!
Ang ginagawa mo
Hello!
Hi schoolmates! Ako nga pala si Mariel from College of Communication, ang guest host ngayong episode.
Wow! So, kumusta ka naman?
Okay naman, syempre masaya ako nakasama ko kayo.
Oo nga, kami rin guys, kasi matagal-tagal rin tayo, di ba? Nagkaroon ng break. So, guys, we miss you so much.
Tama, oo. Alam niyo mga schoolmates, kahit nawala kami, babalik at babalik pa rin kami para sa inyo, para magbigay ng impormasyon at entertainment, di ba? Siyempre.
O taray, servisyo totoo talaga.
Oo naman, kasi nga sabi nila, there's always a rainbow after the rain. Parang ngayon lang, di ba?
Speaking of rainbow,
Ay!
Wow!
Uy! Ang
may
galing na
celebrate daw tayo ngayong September.
Ano yun?
Gusto mong malaman?
Oo.
Ano rin natin?
Ay, ang galing nito
Sa puntaw na matapos masungkit ng PUP ang record na largest human rainbow sa Guinness Book of World Records, ngunit wala pa rin nakakapantay dito. At simula noon ay matagumpay nating naipakita sa buong mundo ang tatag at tibay ng ating sintang paaralan. At yan ang ating tatalakayin ngayon sa episode ng Ang Hit featuring The Human Rainbow.
Bawat kulay ng human rainbow ay tumakatawan para sa iba't ibang ugali ng mga estudyante sa Pilipino. Parang unity. Kasi hindi naman bubuo yun. Walang unity ng bawat isa.
Parang pinapakita pa rin ng PUPians na
Nagkakaisa tayo sa isang symbolism na which is the rainbow.
Pagkakaisa ng mga tao.
Sa isang pambihirang pagkakataon, nagsama-sama noong September 18, 2004 sa Green Grande at may higit 30,000 estudyante, guro, empleyado at alumni ng PUP upang buuin ang pinakamalaking human rainbow sa kasaysayan. Suot ang mga t-shirt at sombrerong nagbigay ng kulay sa human rainbow, nagsama-sama ang buong PUP community upang basagin ang titulong dating hawak ng Malta Archipelago na nilahukan ng naging 1,750 katao noong 2003. Ito ay bahagi ng pagdiriwang ng ikasandaang anibersaryo ng PUP na may temang PUP, kabalikat ng pamahalaan sa pag-angat ng antas ng kabuhayan ng mamamayan. Ang Human Rainbow ay naglalayong baguhin ang imahe ng PUP at tulungang may parating sa gobyerno ang mga problema ng ating bansa sa pamamagitan ng pagsasama-sama at pagkakaisa tulad ng mga kulay sa rainbow. 10 years na pala, no?
Isang dekada na.
Sabihin na, 10 years na di pa na tayo nasa Guinness Book of World Records, diba?
Iba talaga pag PUP.
Oo, kasi pag PUP yan, magaling. Isang patunay niyan. No CPA licensure exam noong July. Kasama ang PUP sa top 10.
Meron na naman?
Yes! Diba, after mo nagkaroon ng pagkakasunod. Ngayon, top 7 tsaka top 9, di ba? Sobrang galing.
Pero alam niyo ba kung paano nila achieve yan?
Oo nga.
Paano?
Paano di ba na-achieve?
Grabe, hindi naman ako
Panoorin natin siya sa PUP yan!
Ako si Ken Lester Guillen, graduate ng BS Accountancy sa PUP Manila, batch May 2013. Katulad din ng mga iba, nag-solve, nag-practice, nagbasa. Ganun lang naman yun eh. Alam ko lang na mataas yung scores ko doon sa board exam na yun. Kasi maramdaman mo ng panag-exam, kilala mo naman yung sarili mo, ikaw na nakakakilala nun. Pero yung kung magtatap ako, hindi ako sigurado, hindi ko yun sure. Kasi syempre, di ba, madami kayo eh, hindi mo kilala kung sino yung mga kasabay mo eh. Mas maganda pala yung bago mag-board exam, magpagkwentuhan ka muna. Kasi pag mag-isa ka lang, makakaisip ka ng kung ano ng bagay. Mag-enjoy ka lang, parang. Tapos parang magkaroon ka kasi ng ng advocacy sa buhay mo. Ano bang gusto mong gawin? Ano bang pangarap mo? Nagpapasalamat talaga ako sa PUP. Dahil yung PUP, prepare niya kami, hindi lang para sa board exam, kundi para sa totoong buhay. Yung mga hirap ng exams, yung mga hirap ng mga pinapagawa ng prof, nakatulong yun sa amin bilang tao, hindi lang para sa board exam. Siyempre, pangalawa, yung pamilya ko. Nandyan sila, susuportahan nila ako. Siyempre, yung gastos, di ba, kailangan yun eh. Tapos, pangatlo, mga kaibigan. Siyempre, sipa mo mga kasama, yung mga kabatch mo, kaibigan. Kayo lang naman magtutulungan hanggang sa huli eh. Ako si Ken Lester Guillen, isang PUP yan.
Yung si Kesa, ano kayong ginagawa? Kesa!
Huwag kayo magulo, nag-review ka para sa licensure exam ko.
Licensure exam? Eh, wala naman licensure exam yung course mo.
Ano?
Walang licensure exam yung course mo.
Paano makaka-expert sa PUP na kung wala akong exam? Gusto ko mag-top din.
Ano pa naman, hindi lang naman yung way para maraming ways ng schoolmates natin.
Oo, paano pa?
Dapat nga thankful ka, di mo na kailangan magsilip ng kilay.
Dapat thankful ka, di ba? Kasi walang licensure exam sa course mo.
Pero thankful talaga ako. Speaking of thankful, kinakalit ka din, kakalabanin kita, alam mo yan. Ngayong September, atin sineselebrate ang World Gratitude Day. Kaya nga naman, sa kasabi, ang tanong ko sa mga schoolmates natin, ano ba ang pinagpapasalamat ninyo? Ganun na, ano ba ang
kaya?
Ano nga kaya?
Panoorin natin.
Gusto ko malaman eh, tara.
Hi, schoolmates! Naalala niyo pa ba ako? Salamat naman, kilala niyo pa rin ako. Oo nga, ako si Kesa at ito ang... Bigla ang tanong, bigla ang sagot. Walang kakeme-keme. Sabi? Yes, sabi. Schoolmates, salamat talaga kasi naaalala niyo ba yung kasabi, ah. At salamat kasi nandiyan pa rin kayo para sa support na. At salamat... Teka nga! Bakit puro ka pa sa salamat? Ay, oo nga pala. Kasi ngayong September ay World Gratitude Month. Kaya pala bait-bait ko pa salamat, di ba? Ngayon, schoolmates, matanong ko kayo, ano ba ang pinagpapasalamat nyo ngayong World Gratitude Month? Alamin natin dito sa kasabi. Tara! Ano ang pinagpapasalamat mo?
Isa lang naman yung pinagpapasalamat ko.
Ano yun?
Nakapunta ako dito.
Ikaw ate.
May nakakain ko.
May nakakain ka lang saan? Nasaan yung nakakain mo ngayon?
Pinagpapasalamat, yun ang pinagpapasalamat ko.
Ano tayo guys?
Kapag ganang gagawin.
Ay, may jowa ka! Iba! Ang gondo!
Bakit ako?
Nagigising ako araw-araw.
Yung maliit pa rin na tuition sa PUP. Nag-survive sa PUP. For this awesome life.
Oh, awesome life!
Walang tanong.
Ay, ano? Sige, ganun lang.
Wala po, nakain lang po kami. Papasalamat po ako sa mga blessings na binibigay ko sa akin ni Dad.
Yeah, thank you so much. Kanina number 1. Ano ba ang pinagpapasalamat mo?
Thank you.
Wala ka.
Ano lang po ako, ang isang maniyang umaga.
natamasa ko ngayon yung 12 pesos na tuition.
Tamasa talaga. Paano pag nagtamasa na 12 pesos? Ayun, pinanganak ako. Pinanganak ka? Ngayong September ay World Gratitude Month. So, anong pinagpapasalamat mo?
Yun nga, nakapag-aral ako. Salamat sa magulang ko. Buhay pa ako.
Oo nga, salamat sa magulang mo. Ang puti ng uniform mo. Deserve na lang habang mo dance. 1, 2, 3, go! Habang
Tapos na ako sa OJT. Buhay ko?
Ang buhay mo.
Bakit ikaw? Anong pinagpapasalamat mo?
Buhay ko? Na hindi umuulan. Ano ang pinagpapasalamat niyo?
What?
What? Alright, so what are you thankful for?
Kalad na lang. Siyempre ngayon, thankful ako sa birthday ko. Ayan.
Wow! Ganda na naman ako ng bigat! Happy birthday to you! Ay na nga guys, nalaman na natin kung ano ang sagot sa mga students natin sa tanong na ano nga ba ang pinagpapasalamat nila sa buhay nila? Mga sagot nila, ito yung tamang all answers. Una, salamat sila sa family nila. Pangalawa sa friends nila, at pangatlo naman sa buhay nila. At syempre, thankful din sila kasi nga nakapasok sila sa PUP. Kaya ba, thankful ba kayo? Sa PUP kayo? Kaya maraming talaga na magpasalamat tayo sa mga blessings sa buhay natin. Di ba yan? Yeah! Ano yung mga response niya? Muli ako si Kesa the Thankful.
Basta ako guys, thankful ako dahil inimbitahan niyo ako dun sa PPT.
Natulog ka ba?
Pero alam niyo,
Thankful ka talaga.
pero alam niyo, thankful din ako kasi may mga bagay ako nalaman. At importanteng malaman din to ng mga schoolmates natin.
Oo, kasi di ba kapag may bagyo, habagat, bomb threat, diba? Pwede makakawa ng information. Paano nga ba?
Ito, panoorin natin ang hashtag PUP!
Alam ko, alam ko, pero alam ko.
Bagyo, habagat, bomb threats at iba pang emergency. Ang daming class suspensions recently, di ba? At sa mga panahong ito, kailangan updated tayo sa latest happenings sa ating sintang paaralan. Pero paano nga ba tayo makakakuha ng tamang impormasyon in case of emergency? Yan ang aalin natin dito sa hashtag PUP.
Number 1. Ugaliing i-check ang PUP website o Facebook and Twitter account para sa mga announcement. Sa Facebook, ito ang facebook.com/PUPofficial. At sa Twitter, ito ang @thepupofficial. Pwede mo rin i-check ang announcement sa official PUP website, ang pup.edu.ph. Number 2. I-text or tawagan ng numbers ng related government agencies. Updated rin ng iba't ibang agencies in times of class suspensions tulad ng National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council at ang local government unit ng location ng campus nyo. Number 3. Magtanong sa mga school personnel o faculty. Kung nasa PUP ka lang naman at wala kang ibang maaaring source ng information, pwede kang magtanong sa mga administrative offices tulad ng chairpersons and dean's offices at sa communication management office. Number 4, i-check ang social media accounts ng PUP Create TV. Ang PUP Create TV, YouTube channel man, Facebook page o Twitter account ay kailan may hindi bibiguin ang mga schoolmates sa paghahatid ng mga tamang impormasyon.
Ngayon, alam na natin kung saan tayo dapat kumuha ng mga updates, information, at announcements. Kaya mga schoolmates, huwag basta-basta maniniwala sa mga chismis, ha? Ako si Jello at ito ang hashtag PUP.
Ayan, now we know, hindi na tayo maguguluhan.
Oo nga, hindi na magugulo ngayon, di ba? Hindi naman.
At alam niyo, tayo dito sa PUP Create TV, ang unang magbibigay sa mga schoolmates natin ng mga tamang impormasyon.
Tama po yun.
Siyempre mga schoolmates, kung gusto niyo pang mapanood ang mga past episodes namin, like nyo lang ang official Facebook fan page ng PUP Create TV. Yan ang facebook.com/PUP Create TV.
At i-follow nyo kami sa Twitter at PUP TV Official.
At sa Instagram
at PUP Create TV.
At ang aming YouTube account po, that's youtube.com/PUP Create TV.
At ito nga ang inyong online tambayan. Ito ang PUP TV. Hindi ako sa usapan sa awat
nagbabalik ang paborito niyong online tambayan, dito lang yan sa Pamantasan. Ako si Zed.
Maghahatid ka alaman ng everything you had to know. Ako si El.
Tampok ang mga nakaka-proud at huwa ng PUP-yan. Saka naman si Sir Dennis.
Lahat ng latest, trending, ito sa Big Back na Back. Ako naman si Pam.
At muli niyo kami makakasama dito lang sa Pinakausap-usapan sa Pamantasan. High school
Wow!
ayan. Kamusta naman kayo dyan?
Yes. Siyempre, malamig.
Daming yes,
At masaya, siyempre. O, kayo ba?
Wow, so inspired ako. Kami naman saan? Marami kami ginagawa pag Burma.
Oh, siyempre.
Pero kinakaya, laban. Laban lang.
Tama. Marami din naman kasi tayong natututunan.
Correct.
Diba?
Ako alam nyo, kakayanin nyo yan.
Oh.
Kasi itong mga student leaders natin, kinakaya.
Sino yan, ma'am?
Academics plus student service.
Wow,
mismo.
Kaya kami tulong.
Kilalanin natin sila sa
Organic!
Hi schoolmates! Ako si Elijah San Fernando, ang bagong presidente ng Sentral na Konseho ng Mag-aaral. Sentral na Konseho ng Mag-aaral, ang pinakamataas na student government sa PUP Main Campus. Since 1983 pa nag-e-exist ang mga student councils. Tungkulin ng Sentral na Konseho ng Mag-aaral na magbigay ng mga aktibidad na maglilinang sa kagalingan at mga interes ng mga eskolar ng bayan. Bukod sa pagsusulong ng students' rights and welfare, isa sa pangunahing proyekto ngayon ng Sentral na Konseho ng Mag-aaral ay ang pagpapatayo ng mga student centers, student areas para sa mga eskolar ng bayan at mga organisasyon sa ating sintang paaralan. Pinili naming paglingkuran ang mga eskolar ng bayan sapagkat naniniwala kami na sa pamamagitan ng Konseho ng Mag-aaral ay makapagbibigay kami ng mga proyekto at aktibidad na siyang maglilinang ng kakayahan at mga interes ng mga kapwa natin eskolar ng bayan. As the highest student body in PUP Main Campus, it is our duty to uphold the rights and interests of the whole student group. Dito na papasok yung buong layunin ng Sentral na Konseho ng Mag-aaral bilang representante ng mas malawak na hanay ng mga eskolar ng bayan.
Kami ang Sentral na Konseho ng Mag-aaral. Certified Orgaling!
Tatak sa pagiging mabuting ehemplo para sa mga scholar ng bayan.
Tama, pero syempre, ito hindi lang basta estudyante, yung mga nagsisilbi ng mga ganyan, meron din naman tayong kilalang good example, no? Balita ko, nakamustahan mo yan last time, sir.
Wow, updated ka dyan, ha?
Well, kasi may vlog ka na eh.
I know, right? Please follow Dennis Dumrique sa YouTube. Anyway. Pero anyway, totoo yan, ano? Isa lang naman siya sa mga pride ng PUP. At, syempre pa sa larangan din ng broadcast journalism.
Alam nyo, kilala ko yan.
Ay,
bakit naman, ma'am?
Dating host yan ng PUP TV season.
Pinapanood ko yun.
Nandito na siya.
Siya naging bayan.
Sabi na nga ba eh.
Anyway, sino ba yan?
Nakasama natin yan si Kuya L.A.
Totoo.
Yes, true yan, Ma'am Yel. O siya, kilalanin na natin siya sa ating Sofa Session presents
L.A. Santos!
Halina't kumustahin at kilalanin ang mga nakaka-proud at huwarang PUP alumni. Ako si Sir Dennis at ito ang Sofa Session, Scholar ng Bayan noon, Scholar para sa Bayan ngayon. Tampok sa ating unang usapan ay isang
Broadcast Journalist Graduate Batch 2013. Nakilala bilang isa sa mga host ng unang season ng Pinakausap-usapan sa Pamantasan. At ngayon, siya ay isa sa pinakabatang radio correspondent sa kanilang istasyon.
Nagbabalita at makikibalita sa atin. Please welcome L.A. Santos! Hello! Kumusta naman, Sir L.A.?
Ayun, okay pa naman at buhay na buhay pa.
Ayun, gusto ko yun. Buhay na buhay pa. Proceed, let me just say congratulations sa achievement mo bilang isang broadcast journalist. So, mayroon tayong mga katanungan, Sir L.A. First question, let's start by telling your story. Ano yung mga namimiss mo sa PUP or bilang isang PUP yan?
Siyempre, Fewa!
Pewa. So aside from Pewa, ano pa yung mga namimiss mo sa PUP?
E di syempre, yung kultura natin.
Ano bang sa tingin mo yung culture ng PUP na unique na nagagamit mo ngayon sa
Aba.
uniform?
Tinuruan tayo maging mandirigma at magtiis sa mga pampila.
Yun, tama.
O hindi paninira yun ha.
Exactly.
Ano yun, parang...
compliment.
Oo, sa loob pa lamang ng paralan natin, tinuturuan na tayong ako ano man yung mangyayari, posibilidad na mangyayari sa hinarap, nararamdaman na natin.
Correct. Oo. Tsaka tinuturuan tayo maging patient, diba?
Yun, So, balikan yung mga prof.
Grabe!
Pwede!
Sige nga, paano ba? Hindi, joke lang.
Ako, personally, hindi naman ako nakaramdam talaga ng, alam mo, sama na loob. Siguro may mga prof talaga na stricto, yung terror kung tawagin. Pero pagka natapos yung course nyo, natapos yung subject mo na yun, ngayon nasa trabaho ka na, ma-realize mo na, may punto pala siya kung ba't siya ganun.
Yes, totoo. Galing. Next question naman natin. How did PUP shape you for your career?
No, round shape. Siguro tinuruan niya akong maging matapang. Yung maging matapang kapag dating sa yung realidad.
Yes.
Parang hindi ka basta susuko. Kasi sa atin, dito ang training sa atin, siguro sa College of Communication din na hindi porket wala, hindi mo na gagawin. Gagawa ka talaga ng paraan.
Parang bawal ang gumanga.
Oo, bawal lang gumanga. Oo. Pero dahil sa PUP, syempre natuto kang humanap ng paraan, naging resourceful ka, nahanap yung mga bagay na yan. Which is nagagamit ko siya ngayon.
Wow. Yeah, that's the true PUPian spirit, di ba? Okay. In one word, describe your PUP journey and why.
Puro, palaban.
Palaban?
Kailangan talaga maging palaban ka sa buhay.
Yes.
Dahil hindi ka magtatagumpay kung manatili ka lang nakanga sa isang sulok nung nasaan ka man.
And palaban, kasi talaga naman kailangan mong maging matapang dun sa nature ng work mo, di ba?
Yung PUP, kilalang palaban talaga yan.
Yes. So, you are now a junior
radio
correspondent. Kwentuhan mo naman kami, Sir LA, kung ano yung mga daily routine mo, anong ginagawa mo.
Junior radio correspondent po ako sa Super Radio DCBB. Ang karaniwang beat ko, police beat. Kasi usually panggabing duty ako.
Yes.
So ang trabaho ko, ay syempre mag-report ng mga crime news. Kung ano yung mga nagaganap sa gabi. Ano yung ibig sabihin, sir, na gabi ay paro patayan? Yung mga crime news, yung mga police stories.
Mr. LA, last question na to. Oh my gosh. Siguro ano na lang, advice na lang pala. Okay? Ano yung mga advice mo sa mga future journalist, future broadcast journalist? Na PUP yan, ha?
Sa mga taga-COC, mga kumukuha po ng journalism, mga broadcast communication research, ituloy nyo lang yung pangarap ninyo. Tandaan nyo palagi na pagka nasa realidad na kayo, kalimutan nyo na matalino kayo. Ang pinakamahalaga ay marunong kang makisama. Kasi kahit gaano ka katalino, kung hindi ka marunong makisama, iiwan ka ng mga tao nasa paligid mo. Pagpatuloy mo lang yung pangarap mo, huwag kang susuko, maging matapang, at siyempre, matuto ka makisama sa taong nasa paligid mo.
Patunay si Mr. L.A. Santos na dating scholar ng bayan noon ay nagsisilbing inspirasyon at nagbibigay karangalan sa ating sintang paaralan ngayon. With that, see you next time. Ito ang Sofa Session. Maraming salamat, L.A. Santos. Nagbabalita. Dennis Enrique.
Sir, change ka rin. Nakadaya na mag-teacher.
Sorry, nadala lang ako. Kasi ang galing kasi niya. Tsaka, na-realize ko, ang hirap pala. At saka, nakakapagod din magbalita sa radyo.
Tama, alam mo, kailangan marami kang alam.
Oo, totoo.
Tsaka alam niyo ba, isa siya sa pinakabatang radio news anchor sa station.
Yes, in fairness naman talaga.
So, marami pa kayong aabangan sa mga susunod naming episode.
True.
O kaya kayo, mga schoolmates, para maging updated sa usap-usapan, make sure na you're following your social media account.
Just search for www.facebook.com/PUPCreative and follow us on Twitter at PUPTV.
Ayan, don't forget to watch our previous episode at ang episode na to sa ating YouTube channel. Just subscribe at PUP Creative.
Yes, so schoolmates! Hanggang sa susunod na usapan dito sa paborito yung online tambayan. Ito ang
Pinaka-usap-usapan sa Pamantasan!
Anong sa tanong mo, sir?
Huwag kang kabahan, kayang-kaya mo to.
Pag-gising ka sa umaga, nag-uunong ka to.
Typical. Gusto namin.
Alright, so our last speaker is a representative from Teletech. Teletech's purpose is to deliver humanity to business and their mission and their, yes.
Ito hindi pa nakikilalang suspect dito sa Santa Mesa. puting lab gown, naka-itim na pantalon.
Well, I've been here for 15 years, and I feel that, what energizes me every day is that I get to wake up every morning knowing that, I can make a difference in somebody's life. I think T-Tech has created that environment for me and that culture that's not just a poster on the wall. You feel and see people every day living the values, and as a woman, as a leader, you have an opportunity to serve. You have the tools available to you to be better at what you do each and every day, so you can be a channel to make somebody else successful. And I think that's a competitive advantage for us, that you can be exactly who you are, but you're also part of something bigger than yourself. And if that's not something that would make you stay in a company, then I don't know what else will. Reach for amazing at T-Tech.
Teletech's purpose is to deliver humanity to business, and their mission is to accelerate growth by simplifying and personalizing interactions that build deep engagement between people and brands. Without further ado, our last speaker for this session to discuss about diverse career opportunities in Teletech, let us give a clap react to the program director and program lead who is responsible for both Philippines and US operation, Mr. Jerome Torres Oxida.
Well, hello. Good morning. Nice to see you guys. How's everyone doing?
Yes, good afternoon, sir.
Hey, so let me try to share my screen and let me know if you guys can see it. It will take a few minutes. So let's see. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. So I was told that I will have 30 minutes today. So I'm used to, showing, discussing a long presentation. So this is going to be a crunch time for me. So if I speak a little too fast, I apologize in advance. Keep in mind, I'm a Filipino. I do things on time. So we'll start with an introduction. Teletech is an American company based in Colorado. It was founded by Ken Tuckman back in 1982. So in the last 8 years or so, we were able to acquire 16 companies, which allowed us to expand our global footprint. Last year, 2020, was a breakout year for us. We had some aggressive objectives, financial goal, and we dramatically exceeded them all. 2021, we have a total of 64,000 employees. We operate in 6 continents, 22 countries, and we have about 100 centers all over the world. Our value to design is unique as we focus exclusively on design, implementation, and optimization of our customer and employee experience. So guys, if you open your phone now, there's a big chance that there could be an app or two there that's currently supported by Teletech. And today, I'm here right in front of everyone to tell you my story and kind of share everyone the journey that I have in an effort to give you guys, help you guys, identify the purpose that you have right after graduation. So my name is Jerome Oxida. I've been in industry for a total of 30 years. I've started when I was 23, so now 36 years old. Like everyone else, I started out as an agent, worked my way up. Now I'm program director, which is directly responsible for 6 operation sites, 3 in the Philippines, 3 in the US. I have a total of 1,200 employees reporting directly to me. And I basically cover about 2 lines of business, or that's 2 departments. And along the lines, I have an advocacy to share the experience that I have, learnings, lessons learned, and kind of dedicate my focus in identifying, leading, and grooming future leaders. A little bit story about me. I grew up in the province of Cavite in Batangas. So moving to Manila, doing college in Manila was a life-changing experience for me. I spent the first 2.5 years of my college life in PUP, PUP Santa Mesa. And I learned a lot. It kind of gives me the foundational core values that I have in life. And I came from a family that has a tradition of either joining law enforcement or doing maritime. So eventually, I had to make a decision of shifting from computer science into an HRM, in hopes that my future is going to be built around doing cruise ship. But later on, I made a cautious decision that I want to make my own success story. I want to be able to create my own success story. So I was looking for a field. I was looking for an opportunity, which is fun, at the same time promising. Because there always needs to be balance. There has to be a symmetry. It needs to be fun, but at the same time, there has to be some opportunity for you to grow. So I decided to join BPO, and I decided to join Teletech. And I was completely blown away by the culture, the environment, and how diverse it is. But diversity is a big word. In dictionary, diversity is defined as the practice or quality of including or involving people from a range of different social and ethnic backgrounds and of different genders or orientation. Essentially, what it means is there should not be bias in terms of your age, your orientation, your educational background, meaning the opportunity to become successful should be open for everyone, regardless of who they are, what they are, or where they came from. Teletech is an organization that's focused on customer and employee experience and taking that experience to the next level. So we did a quick survey, a short survey, and we felt it's cool to share it to everyone to kind of give everyone a good picture of how diverse the community is. So 38 of our current population ages between 18 to 25, and almost half had multiple jobs before trying to BPO, meaning, they were doing some field works, they were doing some government office, they were doing some business right before trying BPO. And what's really interesting is, if you look into the breakdown, the top 3 college courses that joined BPO, at least from a Teletech perspective, were computer science, educations, and business related. So it was really fascinating for us because, we are a community, and in our community, the opportunity is diverse. It's open for everyone. It allows everyone to create their own success story. And, here's what we know about success stories. Everyone can write their own. You can change it. You can decide it. You can fill it with hope, optimism. You can fill it with your dream, as long as you have a community designed to support you. So in your screen, you will see basically the job description of a program director. Some of them is initiate and set goals according to objectives, end-to-end planning, review costs and expense and approve budget, create strategies, supervise overall efficiency, outline plans, apply change, risk, and resources, monitor progress, identify areas of opportunities for growth and expansion, ensure adherence to legal guidelines, and lastly, ensure business stability. But come to think of it, I think the bigger question is, what did I learn in college that allowed me to do all of this? So I think, it's a question that I have to answer myself right before I share it to everyone. And I like remembering it through what Winston Churchill once said. The further backward you look, the further forward you will see. So what I did was went through all the college that I had to enroll with, because I had to spend 7 years in college and I enjoyed every year of it. So, because I needed to find the answer. And when I was reviewing, there's something there that really stood out for me, and I want to share it to everyone. And I'm sure every one of you guys are familiar with it. It's called the PUP 10 pillars. All of those pillars are designed for each and every one for you to be successful in your life, even after graduation. But one thing that really, resonated to me very well is the first pillar: dynamic, transformational, and responsible leadership. And I think that is basically the overall story, overall concept that allowed me to quickly transition from college going into BPO, and ultimately allowed me to be successful. You see, here's my point, and I hope everyone is open to this, and I hope everyone could be able to digest this very well. College education gives you skills, it gives you knowledge, it teaches you how to communicate, it teaches you how to speak your mind, speak your heart, and it's very important for BPO to be able to do that. You know, there always has to be conversation, and you should not be afraid to initiate that conversation. But more than that, you know, I truly believe that college teaches you values. It gives you principles in life. It teaches you how to humanify. It teaches you how to empathize with people. It gives you purpose and the desire to make a change, to make, to make this world a little bit better when we found it. So I had to go through the long journey, and those were one of the realization that I had. You know, the values that I learned in PUP ultimately allowed me to be successful in my role to a point that now I have 6 sites, and I have 3 sites from the US reporting directly to me. And every day, day in, day out, reach for amazing, one of the values of Teletech. I'm always trying to make sure to it that I exceed goals and still find time to share the success stories to all of the people that I have. Now, to all fresh graduates out there, these are probably one of the key areas you can explore to kick off your career in Teletech. We have some opportunities in customer service, which basically deals with customer inquiries, billing, sales, order taking, payments, and collection. We also have some opportunities in technical support, which allows you to deal with mobile inquiry, hardware, software, even through chats and email. And obviously, we also have some opportunities for our G&A post, which is on talent acquisition, human resource, and IT. And we have about 15 sites in the Philippines, 4 of them in Visayas and 11 in Luzon. We have sites in Pampanga, Clark, Novaliches, Araneta, Eastwood, Tahinta, Pioneer. We also have a BGC site, which is a Google site. We also have Pasay, Santa Rosa, and Lipa. You can always connect to us in our social media. Facebook, all you have to do is type in there Teletech Pilipinas, and you will see there some updates, what's happening in Teletech, and some of the things that our employees are currently engaged with. Like, for example, a couple of years, we had some outings where we had all of the Teletech employees in one venue. And if you want to follow us on Twitter, we also have Twitter account and Instagram. So I want to close this short session by offering a tip for everyone. This is something that I learned from Simon Sinek, and that is going after what you want. So let me tell everyone a quick story. My friend of mine and I went for a run at the Central Park. The Roadrunners organization usually holds a run every week. They host a race, and it's become very common that at the end of the race, there will be a sponsor giving out free bagel, free potato, free apple, free oranges. So on this particular day, at the end of the race, there were picnic tables, there were free bagels, and then on the other side are volunteers, and then on the other end are long lines of runners waiting for their turn to get their free bagel. So I look into my friend and tell them, let's get a free bagel. And he told me saying, nah, it's a long line. So I told him, free bagel. And he said, no, it's a long line. And I was like, free bagel. And he said, no, I couldn't. That's very long line. And that's when I realized that there are 2 ways for you to see the world. There are basically 2 types of people. Some people see the things that they want. Some other people see the things that prevent them from getting what they want. I can only see the bagel. He can only see the line. So my tip for everyone is go after the things that you want. Go after your dreams. It is only you that can make it possible. So it was a pleasure meeting everyone. I know at the end of the session, there's still a Q&A, but I'm very, appreciative. I'm very thankful of the opportunity to meeting everyone. I'm confident the future is going to be bright despite of the situation in the Philippines. And I'm confident that the future is going to be bright for one reason and one reason alone. Because you guys will grow and you will be our future. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Sir Jerome, for a synoptic presentation. You are really an inspiration to our ISCA and ISCA present here in our activity. Let us now, for the last time, accommodate questions from our audience. Do we have questions? Let's see. So far, none. Are you sure, guys? All right. Let me just count down para sa last call natin for the questions. Okay, 5. Are you sure? 4, 3, 2, 1. There's no question. Okay, thank you so much, Sir Jerome, for the very wonderful presentation. It's very inspirational. Thank you so much. You take
Thank you
good
for
care.
having me.
Yes, welcome. Okay, so again, speakers, to all our speakers for this afternoon, thank you very much for giving great lectures. To formally close our program today, may I call on the Assistant to the Vice President for Student Affairs and Services and also the Director of the Alumni Relations and Career Development Office, no other than Engineer Florinda H. Oquindo, for the closing remarks. I think entering pa lang si ating director. Okay. Entering pa lang po siya sa ating Zoom meeting. Naglalag po kasi ngayon sa school. Ang ating connection sa school ay medyo on and off. So, hintayin lang po natin na makakonect si ma'am ulit. Okay. But then, may I remind our participants to please see our chat box sa Zoom and sa FB Live natin. And don't forget to click and answer our evaluation form for you to receive your e-certificate through your email, okay? Ayan. May I just read? I think Sir Jerome is still here. From Angelo, even your presentation is short, I will still use your our third guest speaker presentation in my personal growth to my friends, family, and classmates. Okay. Na-inspire siya sa kwento sa kwento ni Sir Jerome, which is truly inspirational talaga. Okay. Also, I would like to thank again everyone for giving time to participate, to listen, to actively participate in our program for today. Hopefully, next career talk natin, magkita-kita po ulit tayo. I believe Ma'am O is already here in our Zoom meeting. Bell? Yes. All right. The floor is yours, Ma'am O.
Okay. Good afternoon once again. So our representatives from different industry partners have shared their knowledge and expertise in today's career talk. I know that all of the participants gained a lot from today's event. So Career Talk serves as our standard in order to share the opportunities offered by our industry partners. I would like to acknowledge all of you present in this event for participating and make this day a remarkable one. So it is a pleasure to hear from the talks of our speakers because Career Talks opens the door for chances and pursuits among our students and alumni for they can be able to conceptualize their goals and objectives in life. So the Alumni Relations and Career Development Office enhances its capacity of serving stakeholders together with the untiring support of our industry partners. So knowledge and opportunities gained through this career talk can serve as hitching wagon in fulfilling everyone's dream of having successful and comfortable life. Again, I want to say thank you and a great day ahead of us. Ingat po tayong lahat. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ma'am O. Ingat ka rin po dyan together with Miss Jane. Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up our afternoon. On behalf of Alumni Relations and Career Development Office, thank you all for making time in your busy schedules to join us here this wonderful afternoon. It's been our pleasure to host this event, and I wish you all a pleasant day. Once again, I'm Avel B. Lagarde, your MC. Goodbye, everyone.